This is a G.I. Joe situation all over again. This is a Pokemon base set case scam in Yu-Gi-Oh! LOB First Edition box form. Buckle up, folks. Just as we saw with Logan Paul and his G.I. Joe filled Pokemon base set case, I think we have another scam. I think this time it's Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think it's a $17,000 scam. This went through Goldin auctions just last week on Saturday, August 6th at 10 p.m. If you notice, it had 14 bids, $14,000 winning bid. After buyer's premium, $16,800, so about $17,000 for this, in my opinion, junk LOB First Edition resealed Blue Eyes White Dragon box. Now, this is not meant to slander. This is not meant to show any negative press or publicity towards any companies or names that I mention in this video. All I am saying here as a bystander is my personal opinion and feelings on this box, and the purpose of this channel, as you've seen from several other of my videos, and you've seen some resealed boxes, is to protect buyers from a potential scam, especially worth $17,000. So, this sold again on Goldin auctions, and why do I think it is a scam? Well, let's look at the box, okay? First and foremost, major red flags here. The box has a bunch of this nonsense going on. See Exodia? Okay? See Exodia? This is a bunch of nonsense. I think that within here, it's a bunch of air/heat, okay, that got into the box, into the film of the box. When resealers reseal boxes, okay, they might use the actual wrap of the box, but they have to be very strategic in the way that they reseal the box, okay? And what they typically do is use some sort of heating source, some sort of iron source. And what I think here is that this went wrong, completely wrong. Look at the front of this box. I've seen so many of these wavy boxes, and none of them have this kind of stuff. Now, of course, you're going to see wear. You're going to see pockets of air sometimes. You're going to see some weird things with these boxes. They come out of the case like this, right? They come out of factory-sealed 12-box cases with some weird, wrapping and variances, I guess I should say, with wrapping, right? But this is something you just don't see. And this is a sign for me of, okay, air got trapped, air got sealed when it was resealed. Looks like there was some sort of heat here involved that caused this weird mark. And that, to me, was one of the biggest red flags, top two in terms of the big red flags. We look at the first edition symbol, okay? We know first edition symbol. It's narrow and it's smaller, okay, the text. That is a wavy first edition box symbol with that first edition. The glossy first edition symbol has more spaced out lettering and larger text. Okay, this is definitely a wavy outer box or shell of a box. So it should be a wavy box. Okay, but again, major red flag on that Exodia face or edge of the box. Okay, major red flag number two, and this is a huge one. You look at the bottom of the box. Where's the flap? Where is the vertical flap? Every single wavy box I've seen, including my own, including others, has a flap going down the box vertically. Okay, so if you see here with Exodia, the bottom of the Exodia head, there should be a flap going underneath the box. Okay, why there isn't? LOB, I've never seen a first edition LOB box without a flap. That is a major, major problem. Okay, so those were the first two reasons why I think this was resealed. Resealed number three, well, look at this. You got a little bit of holes through that sealing right there. See a little bit of hole? There's a little hole there. It's weird because it almost looks like you have a flap on this side, right? You have a flap, and then it just continues on, okay? Continues on all the way through the back, and what in God's name is that? Why is that flap extending onto the barcode like that? It just doesn't look normal. It reminds me a lot of my Gladiator's Assault resealed boxes. If you hadn't checked that video, please do check that out. Gladiator's Assault, I once ordered, I think it was 4 to 5 boxes, all of them resealed. Garbage, nonsense. But if you look at this, that just does not look normal. They don't come out of this factory sealed case like this. It's almost like it was sealed so tightly to where the flap now is almost, at this point, glued to the back of the barcode, which is not normal or typical at all. Okay, it's not normal or typical at all. And if you look at these, it's almost like it's sealed so tightly, the air is just so packed in, it just doesn't look normal. For those who have seen a First Ed wavy box, there is some sort of variance with the boxes, but there's not a seal to where it's just so airtight. You could feel the side, you could feel the seals of the box. You do feel some air in there. This looks like it's just absolutely airtight sealing. Okay, like you're taking a chicken, you're doing an airtight, bag, and you're throwing it in the freezer. It shouldn't be like that. Okay, and we look here at another angle of that barcode seal. That just looks so off and so wrong. It just does not look right at all. Okay, it's too airtight. Okay, you have evidence, in my opinion, of heat. You have no flap on the back of the box. Okay, and it does not look normal. This just does not look normal. What's weird too is, the box, it does look like, if you look at those corners, it does look like there's some sort of like creasing. Okay, so it does look like the outer box itself had been opened at some point, which again is a warning sign. Now, if that were the only issue with it, would I say, sure, okay, that I can let it slide, possibly, but when I see all of these other red flags, I can't let that slide. And again, could I be totally wrong? Of course. I could be so wrong, it could be filled with a bunch of good packs. Could I be right, and this is a reseal? Because I would bet a lot of cards, right? A lot of cards, a lot of high-end cards, that this is a reseal that went through Goldin auctions. Okay, some people have said, well, hey, Tim, I think this is actually a fake box. Because back in the day, for those who don't know, and I think this is a good video that I should make coming up, right? Back in the day when LOB First Edition came out, from China, there were tons of First Edition fakes, fake packs, fake booster boxes. Yes, that's right. They made fakes at around the same time that LOB was actually out, which is crazy. Usually you don't hear of fakes until way after the game or product becomes really popular. But it's crazy that there are fakes out there when the product first came out. And you're saying, hey, I think this one's actually just a fake box, right? It's not a reseal, but a fake box. Okay, I'm going to show you why right here that indeed this is a real box, but in my opinion, resealed and tampered. Look at the right side. Look at the left side of Konami. What do you notice? One of them's real, one of them's a fake box. The fake box is filled with fake packs. The real box filled with real packs. If you look at the left one, what do you notice? The O and the N of Konami. Are they touching? Looks like it. You look at the right photo here. The O and N of Konami. Are they touching? No, they're spaced out perfectly. Okay, that looks normal, the right picture, right? If you look at the text, you look at the text of the left one on Konami, you got some touching going on. Okay, that's a fake. Now, you look at the Konami logo here, you got a lot of space. See the blue here that I highlighted? You got a ton of space to the left of the Konami logo. Right side, a lot less space. It's not really centered. It's kind of shifted over to the right. Look at the right side, the Konami logo here. Is it centered? Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much centered. Okay? So if you have the O and the N touching each other and an off-centered text, well, you got a fake box. If you have what appears to be a nicely centered Konami text and nothing touching each other, you got a good box. Again, let's go back to it. Are the O and N touching each other? No. Does it look centered? Yes, it does. You got a good box here. Okay? You got a good box, but it's a resealed box, in my opinion, because of all the things that we laid out here early in the video. Now, let's take a look, okay, at some news and information. Okay, so I saw this on Instagram. The buyer of this box was suspicious from Goldin Auctions and basically said, what's going on? I'm a little nervous that this isn't a factory sealed box. It's resealed by somebody, a scammer. You know, and Goldin Auctions says in this email, I've attached pictures of the back of the box. The box comes from Dave and Adams, and they are direct distributors of Konami. If you have any other questions or concerns, please let me know. Okay, for those who don't know, Dave and Adam's Card World, they sell a lot of product, a lot of sports, but also a lot of other stuff. Okay, huge a big market presence when it comes to cards. Okay, but Dave and Adam's has had a history here of some not so good stuff when it comes to misinformation and I guess not knowing your stuff, right? So Dave and Adam's at some point had sold Simply Unlucky, okay, on YouTube, a fake box. A fake box, that's right. Dave and Adams sold Simply Unlucky a fake box of cards of LOB First Edition.
Alright, next pack. Here we go. And we have a rare Pot of Greed. Very awesome. These cards almost look fake. Oh, I hope they're not. It looks so old. So there's a Pot of Greed, First Edition. I don't know if you guys can tell, but these cards are actually fake. And I didn't know that I was purchasing fake cards, so I've definitely been swindled here.
Upon bringing that up to Dave and Adams kind of claimed ignorant and said, well, it's real. The cards are real. The box is real. Everything's real. There's nothing fake about this. And kind of gave a hard time. Dave and Adams also, at some point, had a bunch of fake boxes up on their website. And upon messaging Dave and Adams from several users saying, hey, this box is fake, and it's got fake packs and fake cards in it, which all are very good quality, considering especially it was made back in 2002, 2003, Dave and Adams said, no, they're not. They're not fake. We stand by our product. This is authentic stuff. At least from the stories I've heard. If this is misinformation, please let me know, but I've heard a lot of information about this. And I'm sure people have a lot of photos or evidence and proof of this. But Goldin Auctions also has claimed that this was authenticated through a third-party, top third-party authentication service. I don't know who that is. The only authentication service for sealed product was BBCE, Baseball Card Exchange. That was Steve Hart there for sports cards. And BBCE was also the same one that ended in the catastrophe that was Logan Paul's Pokemon base set case, where it was filled with GIJoh cards. So I don't know who or what company said that this was authentic, but the only thing I do know is there is no such thing as a third-party company for TCG, Magic, Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh cards. There is no guaranteed authentic or certified authentic or stamp of approval for any sort of TCG sealed boxes or packs. So where Goldin got this information from, or got this supposedly reputable stamp of approval from, I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever find out. There's also rumors that this was proposed to sell at Heritage Auctions, and Heritage Auctions said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not doing it. We're not selling this. Why? Because it just too many red flags. Is that true? I don't know. That's just from what I've heard. I'm sure some people have photo evidence of that. Okay, but without further ado, what do you guys think? Very concerned that this is a $17,000 scam. Very concerned that a place like Goldin Auctions was willing to put this up, put their name on the line, saying this is legitimate, and Dave and Adams also saying this is legitimate. When again, there's been a history here of just, I don't think it's intent to scam by any means, but I think it's just unknowing the facts and what to look for here with boxes. What do you guys think? Hope you enjoyed. Hope somebody doesn't get scammed. Hope this all gets rectified. And again, to all the parties involved in this, this is just a YouTuber looking for others not to get scammed. Okay? This is a no mean hostile, no mean slanderous video, but I just want everyone to take a peek and see what's going on here and give their own input and opinions. But if I were the one to make this bet or prediction, This is a G.I. Joe situation all over again. This is a Pokemon base set case scam in Yu-Gi-Oh! LOB First Edition box form. Until next time, YugiohTube, signing out.